be seeing the Shulk here for game one as we rock it. We have Quandale, whatever his last name is, Inter Ranger. Game one, PS2, Steve versus Shulk.
Yeah, and when it comes to this matchup, I'd imagine that Shulk just has that advantage inherently when it comes to range as well as safety. It will be up to DDog to really just kind of break that and keep things going in advantage just like that. But, you know, Minato going to be able to cheat his way out of that. Going to be great parry, going to be getting a lot of damage and even more, forcing out that jump.
Yeah, the jump art is going to be able to save Sean, or Ranger, as I say, from those situations with the TNT. Because you know that TNT is going to be a factor. You don't want to hang on to the ledge too much because then it sets up DDog for so many potential options, so many kill options, so many ways to just break your shield or just get the stock with ease. But now switching to Smash Art, a dangerous position, but not for long. He didn't hold on to it for too long. 75 to 127, and no stocks are done yet.
Yeah, these parries have been really good from DDog, just making sure that even if he is spacing, he has to space even further. He has to make sure that this disjoint is not going to get punished by any parry, and that is not easy to do, especially when you're just dealing with getting,
my God.
getting basically the back hit of that forward air, but
there's a cheating mechanic of Shulk getting away with murder right there, as we see him 156% hanging on for dear life. But the minecart may be enough to take the stock. Yes, it will, even with that was untaggable. So, you know, that's going to be a stock and a half. And also, with DDog having the diamond on hand, this is going to be damage. It doesn't matter if you pull out shield. The more shield you want, the better for DDog, because he may not get the kill, but he's going to tack on damage with ease. 112 and uncontested.
This is not looking good. I think that is jump gone. So going to have to up B early, getting out of that disadvantage, but needs to be able to attack on that damage without getting hit much. But it's not looking good as he air dodges right into the TNT.
That's such an unfortunate stock, you know, like it was planted there. It's not like he didn't have an idea that that button to click the TNT was there. It's just an unfortunate stock, but now gonna have to start abusing these mechanics, the Minato arts that Shulk carries, and to start trying to build up something. We're seeing the Minatos come out, but I feel like Ranger specifically hasn't been able to use it to its full potential the way he'd like to, the way that we've normally seen him use it.
It's just been coming down to DDog doing a really good job at just punishing these hits on shield, as well as just making sure that the follow-up option is not there, because, you know, Shulk's frame data isn't exactly amazing, but it gets the job done. It is very safe, very big moves, so we'll have to see. Ooh, great trap. It
covers so much options. Even if you like hold on to shield, all you have to do is down smash a Steve and it breaks your shield. So it's like it's literally just a 50-50. It's a 50-50. It's a toss-up, whatever you want to call it, because from there, it just relies on, like, what is the Steve going to do? And if they just catch you slipping, as DDog was able to do there, you know, it's going to lead to the stock and it's going to lead to the game. That is game one going for DDog. But I feel like, you know, Ranger, he didn't play it bad. It was just he wasn't really executing with the Minato arts the way he'd like to.
I figured that he would go to a pick of a bigger stage, definitely wanting more room to be able to maneuver and just keep things going, maybe in his favor, just wanting to maneuver around the stage and be able to just stay out of range of that minecart, being able to have reactionary room and be able to make sure that he is not getting hit by any punish and just has the room to maneuver and move around his hitboxes.
Well, a quick 85 coming out from Ranger. Definitely seeing some better signs of life than we were in game one. But you know what? He's playing it more passively. He's finally utilizing the long sword of Shulk's to finally start getting something connecting. Playing it safely, not really. Okay.
Backslash
disregard
out of disadvantage, and it worked.
Disregarded that anvil like if it didn't even exist, and that stock went flying. That's a good stock coming out from Ranger.
Let's see if he'll be able to keep things going. Getting 32%, nothing too shabby, but is going to get hit for a little bit and a cart to boot. No jump, so he's going to have to air dodge and gets back for it.
And that was a great air dodge coming out from Ranger, you know, just landing on the platform, putting himself in a position where he can just run away as quick as possible. DDog was not prepared for that at all. And now 66% of extra credit being dealt. The shield art coming out. Oh my goodness, that thing's going to explode now.
Just the playing around the TNT gave me so much stress just looking at it. It was just a game of chicken of who's going to try to DI in that direction.
No.
But the fair is going to come in clutch. That is 2 stock favor for Ranger right now.
Yeah, and you know, despite what for the people watching at home right now, and for the people who don't know who Ranger is, he knows this matchup pretty well for fighting Stefan so many times at the Platinum Star Weeklies every Wednesday if you want to tune into those on River Stream. But you know, he's used to this matchup. He may not be used to the play style of DDog because the way that DDog plays Steve is a lot different from the way Stefan plays. He's still living. Oh my goodness.
That could have been a very bad trade, but is still living from it and keeping this percent going. Getting even more and more,
okay,
but yeah, that's definitely going to kill. In no world will that not kill at that percent.
Yeah, no, you got a little bit greedy, and it's fine because you had 3 stocks to work with, and the Smash Art, as you see right there, was going to get the stock one way or another, and that is a huge difference from Game 1 into Game 2, as we see, you know, Ranger just turn up in a way that we probably would have never guessed.
Right back to PS2, saying, I want my stage control, and I want it now. Going right back to it. And let's see if Ranger will be able to, you know, really start fending for himself more and making sure that he's playing safer, getting the hits that he needs, and right off the bat, just running in, getting a grab, and only getting 8%, but still, it's sending a message that I'm going to play a little bit more aggressive, and I'm going to play to make sure that I am getting my hits on you.
And I feel like, you know, that's either going to be a blessing and or a curse if you're going to be aggressive with Shulk. You know, like you mentioned before in Game 1, you know, the frame data of Shulk isn't the best. He does have the range to work with. He does have the tools that it takes to, you know, contest with a character like Steve. But if you get too greedy, if you get too close to the Steve and your moves do not convert, you are going to be taken for a ride with those up tilts, with those jabs. You know, DDog's really... What is he doing? He's stalling with the... Oh, my God.
I think he was using down air to stall. I didn't know he could stall like that.
I don't think it was down air. I feel like he was putting a block and then just down tilting or something. I don't know what he was doing, but it doesn't even matter because the stock is still gone, and that is going to be first blood going in favor of Ranger. Even with the TNT, finally, the TNT's not, like, we're seeing it there, but has it really been doing anything from these last 2 games?
It's been mostly acting as just like stay away from this position, and if you try to drift back, I will make sure that you are dead from that TNT.
Yeah, but a lot of time given for DDog to start mining and start getting the proper tools that he needs. You see a lot of stone, you see a lot of iron, you see a diamond on hand finally at 0%, and now it is even, and a big sigh of relief coming out from DDog and a big breath being taken from Ranger. He really wants to start building up this damage, and he's able to do so with a quick 22.
Yeah, and that's just off of one move. That Buster really coming in clutch for this character. However, it can be a bit of a detriment.
Yeah, but you know what? Steve holds a Buster as long as that diamond's on hand. And that diamond is doing damage. 70% tacked on, uncontested so far, while holding on to 22%. Now the Buster art coming out once again for Ranger. He needs to start building up this damage if he wants to stay in this, and he's able to do so. A quick 51.
Doing really good right now at just getting the damage back in his favor.
Oh my goodness, this character is annoying.
Oh my god, just becomes a pancake and is unable to be hit even by an F tilt. But you know what? That's fair and balanced. You know, he needs it.
Somebody will agree with the 15-year-olds agree with you. But here we are at an even game now. You have Smash Art coming out, 86% tacked on. Holding on to that. Oh my goodness, that could have been fatal, but it wasn't. As you know, Ranger's holding on for dear life. DDog has diamond still on hand. He's trying to get another diamond, so in case he barely lived that, and not even with the shield art, he has no jump.
Oh wow, is just gonna go right past the right past the anvil twice as he's just living, using these Monados as best as possible, and even getting the kill off of the back air.
That was pure max rage being the killer right there for Ranger getting that stock, but it doesn't even matter because the minecart, once again, if you blink, you miss it. That is going to be a minecart getting the stock, and now a few up tilts going to tack on a bit more damage. You have the speed art now. You're going to see a little bit more quick speed coming out from Ranger, and he's tacking on that damage. These two are playing neck and neck right now, and it's like whoever gets that first hit, they're going to start getting a good chunk of damage.
And it is not looking good. Is going to get the minecart into the fair. Mash is not the easiest thing to predict, but DDog doing a really good job of just saying, okay, you're going to mash as hard as possible. You do not want to get flown to your death with